Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Okay, I left something off my last November Play video, and that was the purpose, the prompt. And so I know technically I should just alter the video, but that's not easy for me to do. So this is what we did. I did a flip through of what I had done so far, and then we covered this page up, and we covered this little pocket, or yeah. So I'm going to go back through as a reminder, and if you haven't viewed those, I hope you'll go back and take a peek-see at them. Let me get my list out here. And I forgot to do this. I can't believe I forgot to do this with the other video. Now, obviously, I'm working on journal pages right here. So what I decided to go back and use what fits really well, and that is traditions. I mean, 'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And little golden books. I mean, that certainly qualifies for traditions. Oh, look, and I did it wrong. Okay. Okay, we're starting off well, my friends. How are you? I hope you're being better than I am. Okay, so that was for video number 7, traditions, what we did. Now what I want to do for this video, I want to make my writing board, to prepare that to go with the video, or with the journal, because obviously when you get into things like this, it really is nice to have a writing board so that you don't have to worry about your pen or pencil or whatever poking through to the other side. So that's what we're going to do. Now let's take a look and see what. So technically we're working with our journal pages, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, the writing board, cozy vintage, time, home, family, small. So many of these would actually work. Let's just do let's do a vintage. Okay. Which means that I'm going to decorate it to look vintage. Okay, we'll set that aside. Now these will also be in the description box below, along with those that are playing along with me, and links to their channels. So I will include, and remind me if I didn't do it, because sometimes I do forget. I will include the link to my video number 1, where I show how to put the book together, and link to video number 6, which should have been done ahead of time, but I didn't, and I did traditions on that one. Okay, so now for a writing board. I picked up some time ago these folders that, I mean, they are vintage, and they, let's see, let me pull the rest of it out here. It came like this, and it has, you know, it was a fold out. I remember growing up, I saw these around. I don't remember exactly where, but in notebooks and memo books, this really heavy, it's not a cardstock, but it's very sturdy. So this will make a great writing board. So I just cut that first one off. And now we just need to figure out what size it's going to be. Let me take that out just a little bit so we can see a little bit more. What if we do it about 10-ish by 7? Let's do that. Let's see. So we'll set our journal aside for just a minute, and we will measure 10 inches and 7 inches. Okay. So there's the 10, and we'll take it. Well, you know what? I'm going to measure from here, so that's going to change. Let me just take that off. It'll be covered up, but just so I don't mess up and cut the wrong one, which I very well could. In fact, let's just trim that off first. Get our rotary cutter, and you can get whatever tool, scissors or paper cutter, whatever works. So now I'll measure 10 inches, and that will be more accurate. Okay. And these used to be, I mean, this was really old stuff, guys, where you'd punch holes here and then you'd put your papers like this. It was a very legitimate thing that was done. Okay, and then we'll measure in 7 inches, I said, didn't I? So 7 inches it will be. All right. So this is how I will do this. I don't need the pencil anymore. And I'm going to stand up to cut this because it's quite heavy. Again, I wish I knew what to call this. It's almost, and maybe it is a chipboard, but it's definitely got a heavier weight than cardstock. And of course that's what I wanted, because you want it nice and sturdy to be able to hold up. Okay, so now what we'll do is find some pretty papers, and we will cover this. And I think I will, I think I want to round my corners, but I'm going to wait to do that until I've got this covered. So first of all, let me get out one of my, you've definitely seen this before, because we'll be putting glue on there. And then I'm going to get out some of my fun papers. Let's see. I've got, again, I'm just using an eclectic variety. Some I purchased from, well, I purchased all of them, actually, but some were from Amazon, some were from, you know, just different companies. Okay, that's, set some of these aside. These are Roxy's. That's pretty. I like that. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I may just, you know what? I might just cheat and just cover the board. Let's see, do I want it? Really doesn't matter for the board, does it? Because you're just using it to write on. So I could glue 2 of these pretty little papers and more. And I have been using these, and I'm loving them. Oh, which to pick, which to pick. That's difficult. Okay. Really like that. Love the bird. I don't know. Well, that's just silliness, Rhonda. Just put something down. Just do. I'm like, okay, I will. All right, let me get my tear ruler, one of my tear rulers out. And no, I don't want the tear ruler out, do I? Because I want it to come to the edge. I want it to be smooth. Never mind, scrap the tear ruler. We'll do it this way. Now, I want to see which... Okay, so that's just about going to be perfect if I just go barely kind of inside here and trim these. Let's see. Where is our 10 inches? We know that we did a 10 inches, so I will come back here and do that. And then we'll just kind of go along the side here. So, how are you doing? I have I have a couple of stories for you. Oh my goodness. One is a very mild story. It's just a successful, just got home from my cancer treatment, and everything went very well. I do find, though, you guys, that I've been getting more nervous to go for my treatment when I'm only doing it once every 3 weeks than when I was doing it every week. Isn't that strange? I'm not sure, what that says, but it seems like when I have several weeks in between that, when I go, I'm a bit nervous, which is just silly because they're very nice. Everybody's very good with me. And since they found the one nurse that could stick me to find my port, she doesn't even work in that department anymore. She's in research now, but she has graciously agreed to stick me to put my port in. I mean, how nice is that? So, and I do appreciate that. And I'm very grateful. So for some time now, I've had very successful pokes and her name is Marcia. She's a really sweet nurse. Well, I haven't found one that I didn't really like, quite frankly. And at one time, this is probably, some of you will go, really? At one time, I was accepted into nursing school. I was going to do that, and then I ended up getting married instead of going to nursing school, and I should have I should have gone to nursing school. We'll just say that. But you know what? We learn, right? We learn as we go. And this life is all about the learning process. We make mistakes. We dust off and we begin again. So anyway, that was a very pleasant experience this morning, even though I was nervous to go. It's just crazy. But yesterday was not quite as nice. Hubby and I were on our way. We have a Honda Passport. It's a 2014, I believe. And it has just done great for us. And of course, it's paid for, and we've just really enjoyed it. It's been a wonderful blessing. And yesterday was such a busy day. We had so many things. Grocery shopping for all of the things that we didn't get, over the weekend for upcoming Thanksgiving, because we don't like to go shopping that last day or two because the stores are just absolutely insane. So, and then of course we were going to do breakfast out, and what else? Anyway, we had like 3 or 4 things to do and errands and whatnot. Well, I'm sure making a sloppy mess of that. Let's give this a try. So, we're on our way, and out of the blue comes a woman who is in a real hurry, and she T-boned us. And she hit my side of the car, and it was loud, and she hit us hard. And of course the airbags deployed, and we're fishtailing, trying to pull off. Dave's, anyway, it was very scary. It was very scary. I've never had that before. I've been in one accident in my life, but I was in the back seat, and it wasn't with another car. It was Dad was driving somewhere, and and I was laying down in the back seat. And this is, of course, before they were really saying, wear your seat belts and that kind of thing. And he hit some ice and went off the road a bit. But even that, it didn't damage the car. He just had to get it back up on the road, and we continued on our journey. But this was scary. And I started to cry, and I couldn't open the door, and the thing up above that holds like our glasses and has lights and things in the dome of the car, it was hanging down kind of in my face, and I think I unbuckled. I don't recall, because I always wear my seatbelt, but things happen so fast I don't remember. And then of course, and Dave's phone wouldn't work, so he got my phone and called the police, and I'm like, don't let her leave. There's insurance, purposes, and there was no chance of that because she really totaled her car. And it was scary. It was unexpected. I was just in shock. I wasn't, it was just like, and I couldn't get out my side. And Dave had to scrunch underneath the airbag on his side, because airbags on both of our sides and in the backs deployed, not the front, because she hit my side, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, police came, the paramedics came. We had a hole, and the other woman that did the damage, she couldn't move her car, and it was in the middle of the intersection. And it's quite a main road, so it stopped her, and I called Ron, my son, that lives here in the area, and he came to get us. So anyway, it was nerve-wracking, and they're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you bleeding?" And I didn't think I was bleeding or anything, but my sweater I had on the right arm, in between the elbow and the shoulder, the sweater was all red, and it's a gray and black sweater. So it was just a small little scratch. Just a small little scratch, but it bled quite a bit. And we were just so lucky. We were so blessed. I'm just so grateful, you guys. I don't know, well, I do know the Lord's just watching out, and he's protecting. He protected us. I absolutely believe that with all my heart. That it just could have been so much worse. And then I was visiting we went later. We were so much in shock that we didn't even clear our, the glove compartment or the stuff that you keep in your cars, that you drive all the time. We didn't clear anything out. We were just like, they're hauling it to some place, and we'd get it, but we weren't thinking ahead, obviously, because then we recognized later, we're like, oh, we need to get our stuff out. And I couldn't find my phone. And so we realized that we must have left it in the car. Everything just happened so fast. So, what was I sharing? See, the whole thing, even now, I'm just like, this was crazy. Oh, I remember I was sharing with you that when we did go to get our belongings, I talked to the guy who let us in to anyway, they impounded in a locked-in area. And he told me that, he said just last Sunday, picked up a car that a guy T-boned a couple, and he said they were very seriously injured. He said, "You're lucky." Like, yeah, I am. I really, really am. So that was my yesterday, and it was quite a day. I don't recommend it for anyone. And I even asked my husband a little bit later, because we have an old pickup truck that we purchased when we had the little camp trailer, and we've been trying to decide, do we want to keep it, do we want to, I'm going to use a different glue stick. That one's kind of losing its luster for me, so let's get a fresh one out. Anyway, we were very grateful to have it yesterday, because it takes a little bit for them to hook us up with a rental car and that kind of thing. What's that? I don't know. But we were driving, because we still had to do the grocery shopping. We still had all these things that we had planned on doing. We still had to do them just several hours later, right? And And I asked Dave, I said, because we have, we have couple prayer and personal prayer, but couple prayer, it was my turn. And I said, did I forget to ask for safety and protection in my prayer this morning? And he's like, I don't remember. But even if I did, I feel we were absolutely blessed and protected. And so, yeah. So this is just too easy here, as you can see. Let's see, now I guess we'll put the glue on the board. And yeah, this is gonna be nice. And honestly, I don't feel like the writing board needs to be really decorated very much, because number one, I want it to be smooth, right? I want it to, whoops, messing everything up here, guys. Oh, okay, there's where the glue came off. Let's move that now out of the way. So I do want it to be smooth. And so I'm not going to stitch, and I'm not going to layer, putting more things on there, because I don't want the texture, to pop up. But I do want to round these corners. Now, I don't know if this corner rounder will work, but let's give it a go. See if it will. And again, I'm going to put a plug in for Barbara for her podcast. Let's see, where can I, coming out, okay, Sunday. All right, that's not working terribly well. Did it do it? It did. Well, let's give it another go. So I hope everybody will give her love and support and go check it out. And I hope that you'll enjoy it. And love to hear from you what you think. And you can comment on any one of my videos on that if you want to make sure that I get your message. All right. So you can tell that this is nice and thick. This is nice and sturdy. Okay. So, the last thing we will do, or almost the last thing, we'll go ahead and edge this around to help. And Rachel, her digital papers that I put on here, I mean, these are perfect for giving it the vintage vibe. So that works great for the November play requirement. And by the way, I hope that those of you that are in my Facebook group, just putting out a little reminder that if you do something for November play and you post a picture of it in the appropriate media file, your name will go into a drawing, and I'm going to send out 2 little Christmas journals. Gonna draw a name, but anyway, so, and I hope that some or many of you will have been doing some of the prompts for your own enjoyment. And if you post them on social media, like Instagram, something like that, I'd love for you to include the hashtag Hashtag November Play 2021, all lowercase. And you could also tag me if you would like. And that would be Winstead Ronda, all lowercase. Okay. We are going to be finished with this, and that's another element for this journal. Now I think for the rest of this, guys, because I'm recording this on Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So what is it, the 22nd or the 23rd? I can't remember. One of those. But I will likely wait and finish this journal, put the tags and different things in it that I'm going to include, and then I'll do a flip through with everything, you know, just before I mail it out. Okay, so let's see, where can we, okay, this will definitely go in here. It won't fit in this pocket because it's too big, but it absolutely will fit in here. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my word, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call that good for today, my friends. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you are enjoying this series. I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up, and if you're new, I'd love it if you'd consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that I make. As of yet, I don't have, let's just get that off. As of yet, I don't have a regular schedule for producing videos this day and this day and this day. I find for me, when I do that, it's a negative for me because the way my brain works, it's just like, well, no, I'm not gonna. So I find it's better if I just stay away from that and just try to get as many videos out as I can when I can. So I love you guys. Thank you again for your support. Thank you for your love and prayers and just well wishes and happy thoughts. And if I don't do another video before Thanksgiving, I'm going to say happy Thanksgiving. But maybe I'll be able to do another one, and I'll say happy Thanksgiving then too. I mean, hello. That doesn't hurt, right? All right, guys. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.